The waiter offered to waive the bill if these guys didn't drop the apple.
Damn, bro.
Welcome back to the High Impact Flicks channel. Thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, it's free. So strap yourself in, sign the waiver, keep your hands and feet inside the funny car at all times, and make sure you've got your anti-BS armor on.
Joe, are you ready for Alex
Sure.
Jones?
Fine.
All right.
Oh, I've been ready for
Let me
Alex
phone
Jones.
this up.
Okay.
Perfect.
They're fucking killing already more kids, so you're telling me it isn't real when they had a fucking vote in the goddamn fucking Senate?
Stay tuned, there's much more coming up in just a few seconds. I've talked a lot about the importance of health on this channel. You could have all the money, fame, and friends in the world, but if you don't have good health, life can be super miserable for you. Today's sponsor makes a product called C60 EVO. I'm promoting it because it's part of my daily routine. Why? Because with 1 teaspoon of C60 EVO in the morning, I've noticed an improvement in my mental focus, in my energy, and I'm even sleeping better at night. And it's a known antioxidant 172 times more powerful than vitamin C. Take advantage of my code under the description and get an additional 10% off. Because they decided to get woke, they're on the verge of going broke. Netflix stock price is now down by over 72% in the last 6 months. In other news, Politico reported, quote, Twitter's top lawyer reassures staff and cries during meeting about Musk takeover. Vijay Gotti, a key executive involved in decisions to remove former President Donald Trump, ban political advertising, and censor Hunter Biden's laptop story, expressed uncertainty about the future of the platform. For them, uncertainty means we're not sure if we're going to continue with our oppressive censorship. We want to continue acting like the world thought police because, well, we rather enjoy that power. Plus, that's what our Great Reset banking overlords want us to do so we can protect their propaganda war against the people. Politico continues. Monday was an emotional day at Twitter, even for its executives. They are crying like babies at the thought of not being able to control speech in America and the world. Shortly after billionaire Elon Musk bought the powerful social media platform, top Twitter lawyer Vijay Gotti called a virtual meeting with the policy and legal team she oversees to discuss what the new ownership could mean for him. Gotti cried during the meeting as she expressed concerns about how the company could change. According to 3 people familiar with the meeting, she acknowledged that there are significant uncertainties about what the company will look like under Musk's leadership. Twitter spokesperson Trenton Kennedy said Gotti became emotional when she discussed her team's impact and the pride she feels in them. Sources confirm that she spoke at length about how she's proud of the work her team has done and offered employees encouragement, urging them to keep striving to do good work at the company. Now, it's difficult for sane people to understand how the heck anybody on the planet could ever consider what Twitter has been doing as good work. I guess it's good work from the perspective of a 1930s SS thought Nazi erasing words that just don't quite jive with the current promoted fake stream narrative. It would also be good work in the eyes of psychopaths who want to exercise control over the ideas floating around in the digital public square. Gotti, who has worked at Twitter since 2011, is the key executive charged with overseeing Twitter's trust and safety, legal, and public policy functions. Trust and safety. In other words, she's the top censorship cop. She is seen internally as Twitter's moral authority and the executive tasked with handling sensitive issues like harassment and dangerous speech. Imagine that. The person responsible for executing immoral censorship initiatives is considered by the brainless Twitter mob as the company's moral authority. Talk about upside down world. Gotti played a leading role in negotiating the deal between Twitter and Musk, according to one person familiar with the dynamics. She has shepherded Twitter through some of its most contentious political battles, including the decisions to remove all political advertising and to boot former President Donald Trump from the platform in the wake of the January 6th attack on the Capitol by FBI and CIA agents, a position that has earned her devoted fans within Twitter as well as a large contingent of right-wing critics. But as news of Musk's official takeover broke, policy and legal employees fretted at the meeting about what his leadership could mean for Twitter's carefully crafted online speech rules, including its policies against hate speech, misinformation, and even political advertising. These people talk like they're still going to keep their jobs. And if people like Vijay do end up keeping their jobs and the Twitter algorithm isn't adjusted to the honesty scale, you'll know real quick that Elon Musk is no different from other social engineers. Quote, I think everyone at Twitter, regardless of how they feel about the news, is feeling reflective and emotional, said one Twitter employee. We've gone through a lot in the past 2 years. They have. And I think it's generally instigated a lot of reflection. I think this was more of an acknowledgement of the uncertainty everybody's feeling right now. Oh, poor little Twitter employees. Somebody's interrupting their freedom-trampling orgy. In other news, Amazon leadership held a session for employees dealing with the trauma of Matt Walsh's book becoming a bestseller and dealing with his trolling. They strategized on how to demote it on their site and claim he will get people killed. Check this out.
The recommendations that this customer received and that other customers frequently reach out to us about that they're receiving, it's about a book called Johnny the Walrus. And I want to be very clear, the next two are about books. And I saw someone say, oh joy, we're going to talk about one of them because it's been a very traumatic experience for transgender Amazonians and our transgender customers. What I don't want to come out of this is slamming the books team with a bunch of tickets. They're already aware of this. There are things in this space that are happening. But Johnny the Walrus is a bit of a problematic book. Not a bit. It is not a bit of a problem. It's one hell of a problem. And I would preface this about what the book's about, but the customer we're going to listen to does a great job. So let's go ahead and listen to this customer.
To report a book that you are selling, I just checked your website and the book is still up on there. I hate to tell you, but it says that the book that it is shipped and sold from you, it is by Matt Walsh. It is teaching kids to bully transgenders, to bully them into committing suicide, the LGBTQIA, especially transgenders. The story is about a kid who likes to pretend he's different things, and one day he pretends he's a walrus, and the community tells him he either has to be a human or he has to be a walrus, or they're going to kill him. He can't be both. He can't pretend anymore. Now, the author, Matt Walsh, just tweeted this yesterday morning at 8:04 a.m. I now have the #1 anti-LGBT book in the country. Any further criticism of me or my book is homophobic. Checkmate. You are selling a manual to how to teach kids to bully other kids to commit suicide. She said she was going to get the book stripped off of your site. Now he is bragging that he has the #1 book. You are still going to continue to sell it. And now he's bragging and that he's glad it's going to make the LGBTQIA kids, especially transgenders, commit suicide. He's bragging about it on Twitter.
You know what? Honestly, I'm really mad because I have a sibling who is member of the LGBTQ, so I'm really mad as well right now.
I'm part of the LGBTQIA.
Lastly, I don't know if you've taken a look at this, but it sure looks like Elon Musk is on the same page and operating from the same playbook as the folks at the World Economic Forum. And that's the same World Economic Forum that was brought into being by Klaus, Great Reset, Fourth Industrial Revolution, You'll Own Nothing and Be Happy, Schwab. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comments section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know, and don't forget to subscribe to my private email list or my website, highimpactflix.com, and check out my backup channels, Grease Monkey videos, and here's the deal. I'll see you in the next heavily censored shadow ban video. With all the crazy stated plans of the Great Reset, the currency reset, and even the food reset, it's not a matter of if the store shelves are going to clear and there's a lack of food. The question is when. You need to get long-term storable food. It doesn't matter if it's from me or you just go to the store and you buy food. Just grab dry, storable food while you can. If you want to get it from me, you're going to support the channel and you're going to help yourself out because my link has a discount code embedded within it. You can check that out in the description below.